The New York Knicks are having a terrific season. At 41-30, they have the 5th seed in the East. They have 2 all-star level players, they have a deep defensive-minded roster, and they have an excellent head coach. The Knicks are playing their best basketball since the 2012-13 season, where they were led by Carmelo. That team was good enough to get the 2 seed in the East and make it all the way to the semifinals. 2013 was literally a decade ago, and this is about to be the second time within that 10 years that they've made the playoffs. Being a perennial loser for so long has made the Knicks a complete laughingstock.
In about an hour, I'm gonna piss away 20 grand.
What, are you gonna bet on the Knicks?
As a result of being a laughingstock, not only are the Knicks the butt of many jokes, but any move the Knicks make, they're going to end up getting clowned for it. Now, to be fair, I can make an encyclopedia of all the horrible decisions the Knicks have made over the years. From giving Joakim Noah's corpse 4 years, $72 million, to drafting Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox over some great players, the Knicks have a whole history of making terrible decisions. There's a reason you go damn near a decade without making the playoffs, but it's gotten to the point where every move the Knicks make, whether good or bad, is going to get heavily criticized and clowned. So oftentimes fans in the media are unfair to the Knicks. A perfect example of this was the Knicks' recent signing of Jalen Brunson last summer. Back in the summer of 2022, Jalen Brunson was the Knicks' big acquisition, and it was an acquisition that made a lot of sense. Point guard was a void that the Knicks have needed to fill for the longest time, and Jalen Brunson was coming off a season that at that point was a breakout year for him. He averaged 16 points and 5 assists a game, which really only looks like solid point guard numbers, but there was plenty of signs that he was a much better player than what he showed. The Mavericks played in an offense where Luka had a super high usage rate and took a lot of shots, so Brunson had limited opportunities. But in the 17 games that he played without Luka, he averaged 21 points and 7 assists a game, and Brunson absolutely killed it in the playoffs, averaging 22 points per game for a Dallas team that got all the way to the Western Conference Finals. And I'm going to give myself credit here. I was very supportive of the Jalen Brunson addition. I made a video about the signing last year, and I said that he was a great pickup for the Knicks. Even though I didn't watch that much of Brunson back in Dallas, I was well aware of his game, and I knew that he would be a great fit for New York. To me, it was obvious that Brunson would be an awesome fit on the Knicks, but of course the fans and the media was hating. When the Knicks made moves during the draft to clear cap space to sign Jalen Brunson, Stephen A. Smith made it clear that he didn't think that Jalen Brunson would be the answer. CBS Sports gave the Knicks a D- grade for the Jalen Brunson signing, Sports Illustrated gave the Knicks a C for the Brunson signing, and Bleacher Report, or as I like to call them, BS Report, gave the Knicks a C+ for the Brunson signing. And along with the mainstream media, there was also plenty of fans on social media last summer that was clowning the Knicks after this signing, and a common narrative that you used to hear was that the Knicks had overpaid for Jalen Brunson. Now, Brunson isn't a player that most fans knew about last year, so I think what ended up happening is that a lot of fans saw a relatively unknown player, a big contract that the Knicks had just signed Jalen Brunson to, and they had just automatically assumed that the Knicks overpaid without doing their research. And I think the salary cap is one of the most misunderstood things by the fans. 4 years, $104 million, which is what Jalen Brunson got signed to, sounds like a lot, but really, that's not a max contract. $20 million a year is what stars used to make back in 2006, but really, that's what role players make. Now the top players in the league are making 40+ million. And it's really awesome how this has played out for the Knicks, because while everybody was saying that this was this horrible signing, it turns out the Jalen Brunson signing was the steal of 2022 free agency. Jalen Brunson is averaging 24 points and 6 assists per game, and he was one of the biggest all-star snubs this year. This means the Knicks have an all-star level guard who at age 26 hasn't even hit his prime yet, locked down for the next 3 years on a below market deal. When we look at the top point guard salaries, the top point guards are making over $35 million a year. Jalen Brunson's $27 million annual salary is only the 14th highest salary amongst point guards. So while everyone was criticizing the Knicks and was acting like they made a horrible decision, Leon Rose was 2 steps ahead, and he knew that the Brunson signing was an absolute bargain. And not only was the media wrong about the Brunson signing, they were also wrong about the Knicks' record going into this year. Coming into this season, most of the mainstream media predicted that the Knicks were going to be a mediocre team at best. The Athletic predicted the Knicks winning just 39 games, ESPN had the Knicks winning just 39 as well, and BS Report predicted the Knicks will go just 40-42. And the Knicks are playing way above these expectations. At 41-30, they've already surpassed these win totals, and that's with 11 games still left in the season. And I have to say that the Knicks are also playing way above my expectations. Now, I predicted the Knicks would make the playoffs coming into this year, but I thought that they would finish as a 7 or 8 seed and have to battle it out in the play-in tournament for playoff positioning. But now, it looks like the Knicks are going to be able to avoid the play-in tournament altogether. And the Knicks are also playing way above you guys' expectations, because before the year started, I made a poll on this channel and more than half of you guys predicted the Knicks would win under 45 games. By the way, shout out to the 9% of you guys that had the Knicks winning between 45 and 50 games. Now, it looks like going into the playoffs, the Knicks are probably going to end up playing Cleveland in the first round. I think both teams are evenly matched, and I think that series is going to be a complete dogfight because both teams are defensive-minded, scrappy teams. But I think the Knicks have a good shot to get out of the first round, where they would end up playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and I don't expect the Knicks to beat the Bucks, but I think the Knicks can make it a competitive series. But whether the Knicks make it out of the first round or not, there's no doubt that this has been a great season for them, and they've made everyone who doubted them look like fools. While everyone clowned the Jalen Brunson signing, Jalen Brunson has proven to be an all-star guard that the Knicks have locked down long-term. And while most predicted the Knicks to be a sub-500 team, the Knicks look like they're going to finish as a top 5 seed in the East. So there's no doubt that this has been an amazing season. But anyway, now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of how the Knicks have played this year? Let me know in the comments. Guys, like the Knicks, I'm also trying to achieve greatness. I'm trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before June. I'm almost at 13K subs. So please, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more dope content just like it, please drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. For a breakdown of how the Knicks have been playing so well this year, click this video right here.